Hello, good people. This video does not have a long intro because I want to get straight to the meat and potatoes of my personal breaking news discovery. I finally figured out Bullhorn Betty's purpose on here. It's to selflessly and tirelessly present a masterclass on extreme hypocrisy. You know, ever since Bullhorn came on the scene, I have absolutely marveled at her rank and shameless hypocrisy, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. I've seen a lot of other people talk about it too. And then she fired up a stream the other day that was all about hypocrisy, and after watching her use every tool of hypocrisy in the book in that stream, like projection and self-contradiction and defensiveness, it finally hit me. With her channel, she wants us to be so triggered and so revolted by her naked, opportunistic hypocrisy that it deters the rest of us from being hypocrites. So her entire channel should be seen as a master class in extreme hypocrisy.
Don't we consider this like major hypocrisy? Because there is so much hypocrisy here, it makes me sick. This is coming down to the hypocrisy. As many of you guys know, we've been talking about the hypocrisy because I'm so sick of the hypocrisy, is to show you the hypocrisy. Yes, they are hypocrites.
Now, a master class is put on by a maestro of a particular art or craft. Behold these clips I have put together for you and tell me that Betty is not a maestro of hypocrisy, down to showing a completely different expression on her face than what she is saying in that moment.
Until next time, please be safe, but more importantly, kind to one another.
I mean, that takes talent, y'all. So let's play the clips right now. And as you watch, please keep these things in mind. This woman has a violent criminal history with multiple charges involving rugs and attempting to strangle people. She is currently out of jail on a $20,000 bond for violating the 4 protection orders that have been put on her by the Proudfoot family, and she's due in court in just a few days for her next hearing on this criminal case. She is currently in the middle of several lawsuits that she initiated but is losing, including her defamation suit against Queen Bee, which has been dismissed, but now she's having to fight the countersuit, and she seems poised to lose that as well. But also the RICO lawsuit filed by a group of shit-stirring trolls that claim they are the ones being harassed and stalked. So here's the reel, and watch the screen for more context and commentary, and I'll see you on the other side.
Cut it out! Bullhorn Betty's just, I don't have the patience for selective outrage and hypocrisy. I don't have the patience for it. Would you be like,
but they're, and it really upsets me.
How is it an, like cat got your tongue?
I'm telling you, I you're going to tell me that something ain't connecting here? It's because that idiot that was.
I ain't the one.
But more importantly, kind to one another. But don't think I'm going to be nice. Until next time, please be safe. But more importantly, kind to one another. And if they all burned in hell tomorrow, I wouldn't bat an eye. Please be safe. But more importantly, kind to one another. I hope that content creator loses her daughter.
Importantly, sit with me, kind to one another.
There, and trust me, there is a special place right now in hell for Chris and Katie.
Kind to one another. God bless, guys.
I feel no pity for them. None. If that lady is crying every day of her life in a freaking ball on the floor of her house, good.
More importantly, kind to one another. It's Sunday. Do an act of kindness for a perfect stranger.
These people are destroying your reputation, and I'm going to help them do it.
Which we work very, very hard not to be nasty. Now that I shoved that piece of paper slap down your throat, hopefully you poop it out for the next week.
If you ain't sucking the knob of Chris Proudfoot or Katie Proudfoot, I bet you I wouldn't be dealing with any of this if I was slobbing the knob of these two people.
Was maybe get your teeth fixed eat some food, take your food back from your woman and actually eat a good meal. I've been very, very kind. I don't know if I'm going to be very, very kind much longer.
You're not going to get any sympathy from me.
Is we give love and support, not condemnation.
And I'm going to point my finger right at those parents and say, I truly believe that they have done something to their child. That is not a mama bear. That is a piece of freaking shit. And I'm going to stand behind it.
I hope she is feeling the worst pain she could ever feel. I pray to God Katie is hugging a toilet every single morning she wakes up. I pray to God that every night she closes her eyes, she can't get the sight of her son out of her eyes.
Not condemnation.
I pray to God that lady's not sleeping well. I pray to God she's got to be dependent upon substances and be formulating those addictions that she deserves. Like I said, I'm not a pastor. I'm a Christian. Much different. Honestly, I don't think I'd pray for her either. If I found out tomorrow that she did something to herself or something like that, as awful as it is, I mean, truthfully, I don't think I'd shed a tear.
We show love and compassion to those that deserve love and compassion.
I hope every day that she wakes up, she has an absolute disgusting day.
I get so angry seeing moms in there criticizing a mother that's going through so blessed much.
I could give two shits about your well-being.
I hope everything in the world goes wrong with her, and I hope she screams, and I hope she's angry, and I hope she just has that vitriol about her. I hope she's a miserable person. I hope for the mom and stepdad, they're just miserable people. I hope every single thing that could go wrong does go wrong. And I hope that when they watch, people replay this and put it all on out there.
This old broad has a heart.
I hope whenever their day's going wrong, they say they think of me. And karma.
And you want me to have pity on your side? Fuck you!
Sometimes I walk right into poo-poo, don't I?
Because there's a lot of people on here that are just playing crackpots, okay?
Chris! I'm lost. I'm lost.
I like germs. It sounds crazy.
Some days I'm just a ding-dong. What can I say?
Some of these content creators are on significant drugs. I have a right to scream at you. Do you know that? I can sit here in this camera and scream at you and say some of the horrible, and they can't stop that. That's called my freedom of speech.
I'd love to sew their lips shut.
That nasty ass camp that Chris and Katie Proudfoot has assembled is an assassination, a personal, professional, reputation assassination team. These people are destroying your reputation, and I'm going to help them do it. Okay? God bless America. Thank you for my freedoms of speech. Thank you, America, for making sure I have freedom of press.
You don't hear us advocating to hurt people, to beat them silent.
And trust me, if you were here, I'd probably bend you over my knees and spank your little butt with a belt.
Because that's really what they want to do, right? They don't like what they're saying, so they want to put their hands on them because of words that are coming out of them. Is that really what we're wanting to teach our young people in this country? That when you don't like what somebody's saying, instead of turning the channel or walking the other way, you take matters in your own hands? I'm going to be coming to see you pretty soon with my damn bullhorn. You keep it up. Until next time, please be safe, but more important, kind to one another, and quit being so damn violent. It seems like there's a lot of violence.
And then I hope she falls into something, bouncing around. I'm sorry. That's how I feel.
Putting it out there. But these are people that are violent. Hell, I mean, if you really want to be violent, I can be violent too. I'd love to sew their lips shut. I don't know if it's as violent as theirs. Maybe super glue would be less violent. I don't know. And then we have a whole team surrounding him that doesn't mind hurting people, punching them in their face, potentially choking an underage child out. My 20s, you guys, if you've been with me for a while, you all know my 20s, I was in a lot of nonsense. I was in things that I'm lucky to be alive and survived from, okay? And I'm not even talking about the drugs and the physical abuse. Are these people that we want representing Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. That's why I don't do illegal activity. I left that in my 20s, you know? We denounce violence. We denounce saying things of violence.
I will light a fire under your ass that the fire department can't even put out.
Now, I could say a lot of stuff like, hey, I'd love to slap the shit out of this person, right? But we don't. Why? Because it's inciting.
Chris, somebody needs to beat the hell out of Chris. And that
I just want to put a disclaimer on the Bullhorn Betty channel. We don't believe in violence. I get what you mean, though. I think maybe next time I come to Tennessee, I might bring my cast iron skillet.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
I can already see the arrest warrant now. She threatened to bring a cast iron skillet with her the next time she visited Tennessee.
And you hear how violent these people are. That's why they are felons. Violent felons. We say no to violence. We say no to speaking of violence. Let me tell you the comment I made looking for motorcycles. I told them they probably should get one. We'd probably find out who did what a lot quicker because somebody's going to go off a mountain, right? They're going to take that cruise. Next thing you know, the only eyewitness is going to go poof, gone. Now, we can wish all day long that somebody gets cancer or a brain tumor. I mean, I don't think it's the most Christian thing to do, but we could do something like that. But to actually advocate for somebody to put their hands on another person, that's why we're covering these cases to begin with. I actually wish they would have gotten the motorcycles. I don't know what the hesitation was. I wonder if one of them was scared of being pushed off, driven off a mountain. Because right, you're riding, got the wind between, you go through your hair, and then just get the foot and just go whoop, right? The next thing you know, oh my gosh, he took the curb and he just didn't make it. It was a horrifying experience. Yeah, it happens. If people would just keep their hands to themselves, we would probably have more people that aren't lost and more people that aren't in a casket. Just saying, just my common sense. People that have to act tough are really weak inside. People that have to, constantly be talking about how they're going to whip you and all this other stuff and how they're going to smack the crap out of you and all this stuff. Knock, knock, baby.
I have no problem being a boil on the butt of somebody. I have no problem stepping on toes. I have no problem letting people know I'm here.
We are warriors. We fight and we fight.
And everywhere I go, I make sure I restore power to we the people.
We need people out there saying his name, talking about his case, talking about the facts of the case, not the propaganda and narrative-driven bullcrap.
Let me tell you how you get your news on Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, Smiley's World, Justin for All, War Damn Eagle, 5D, Hong, At Night.
Manufacturing of information in all these chat rooms so you guys had some news to talk about. What about that? Oh, that's right. They got busted for all that. And then we have him going on a date and telling somebody that he was in a car wreck and died. Just only focusing on the facts to now only focusing on the salacious rumors that have nothing to support them. It does not surprise me that he'd be on a date with a woman 2 months after Sebastian disappeared, because it sounded like him and Katie were already broke up. That's what I'm trying to get the world to come to realization, that it sounds like they were truly split.
At Night is offering $2,000 for information that leads to the identification of one individual was responsible for initiating these threats and harassment campaigns, those directly working under them to perpetrate these efforts.
Does the lady that's saying all of this, does she actually have proof? Or is that what she is saying? This could also be a plot for them to start suing people. They love to do that. It doesn't matter. Once it's out in the public square, we can discuss it.
He hears a rumor, he thinks it's true, he goes out there and states it.
Because according to Miss Bobby, there's nothing. There's nothing on the outside of that home that indicates that a child lives there or a teenage child lived there. What that wouldn't sell. You got to remember, the people that are attacking me are doing it for profit, not for any other purpose. They've never even been able to support their findings.
What evidence do you have
Amen to
that
that.
supports your theory that one of the three parents have any idea where our son is, or we?
I don't know. Maybe it has to do with the behaviors, the inconsistencies, maybe the lights that come almost directly from behind their house out to an unknown car, and one light going back to their house. Maybe it has to do with the analysis of good people enhancing the lights video and seeing something that they probably shouldn't be seeing and shouldn't be displayed on social media. But here we are, because why? It's fact.
Do I have anything to really support that? No, because everything that's supporting that is really just my intuition.
And I can't get emotional because law is not emotional. You got to kind of remove yourself.
I'm going to jail for stalking somebody I never even saw.
You know what it tells me? It tells me she's weak. She does her work based on emotion, not fact. There's no emotion in the law. We are emotional human beings, but the law and facts aren't emotional. There were some things that hurt my feelings, you know, when it came to Sebastian's case. One thing I can't stand is if you're here for a victim, no matter how your feelings get hurt, you stick with the facts, you stick with the information, and you follow the trail.
All I know is what I know and how I feel, and I'm not going to deny myself that or say it's wrong or anything like that.
And somebody had the backbone, because if you see something, you say something, to let them know it was highly disturbing for them. She was being honest. And then they tried to punish her for that. Why? Because it didn't go to their narrative. Are you kidding me? Nothing shocking. She did her due diligence. It's called You are so full of it, it's not even funny. What due diligence did she do? I did the due diligence. What due diligence did this CU nut do? That disgusting, vile person in my chat that says they're missing for people. Sit down. Sit down. I wouldn't let you go searching for my dog. So somebody has an issue and they're ready to jump on him and make him feel like crap instead of just explaining. You know, if you feel that that person is wrong, why are you getting your panties in a wad? Get the fuck out of my chat and don't ever come back here again. Go back to your baby abusers and baby killers. You don't see me getting my panties in a wad. I just boot them out. I mean, that idiot that was just in my chat that we sent home crying, or the idiot that I had to kick out of my chat because they're an idiot. It's called hurt feelings and being in your emotions. Maybe she needs a safe space in a coloring book. I won't let you speak again, not in my chat. But what I can tell you is I wouldn't even let you search for my dog.
If you can't stand the drama of one case, why are you here?
Delilah! Did that come out of your butt? Good gracious! My dog just gasped me. Like, literally gasped me.
Well, hopefully this video has persuaded you that the best way to look at Bullhorn Betty's presence on the internet is as a deterrent from hypocrisy through her example. And all the other unlikable and cringe-worthy behaviors that she exhibits online also deterrents. In fact, I think Betty would suffer a lot less criticism and condemnation on here if she did a very simple rebrand to extreme hypocrite Betty. That doesn't really flow off the tongue, but you catch my drift. So that's my advice to Betty. I'll waive the $250 fee. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe if you haven't already. And until the next video, peace out.